right, let's see what we're making today. Ooh, guacamole. Let's get going. And don't ever be afraid to cook. All right, so guacamole starts with avocados. I have 4 or 5 avocados. They're ripe, so let's get going. This is how we do it. We take a sharp utility knife, we cut it in half. Let's hope these are in good, oh, these are perfect. So, take the, goodbye. So we're gonna open them up, make sure they're all okay. Take the sharp serrated knife edge and poke it out. There you go. All right, so we have 2, 4, 6. All right, let's try one more. These are nice avocados. All right, we've sliced them just to make getting the meat out easier. And see, we just do that and get it out into the big bowl. If there's a little bit of brown inside, you can kind of bypass it with your spoon, but a little brown is okay. And you want to stay away from that little seed thing that's in there. All right. See? That's nice when the meat comes out, just nice and easy. All right. Oh, these are beauties. All right, so just plop them into this big bowl. So you cut it, you twist it, you turn it, you bop it. Here we go. Does anybody know what this is? This is an old-fashioned manual potato masher. And we're gonna use it on our avocados. When we mash our avocados, we don't want it to be total mush. So let's leave some chunks here and there. So we just squish it, but not too badly. Leave a few chunks. But all in all, it's perfect. Oh, this is gonna come out good. Yoo-hoo! All right, so this is what we got. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. One, 2. Now we're going to start adding some of the other things. Now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of the sorry. So we take 2 limes and we get the juice out of the limes. And this is just my juice squeezer. So this is how it works. So we have the juice of 2 limes in here. And I'm just gonna pour a little in here, not all of it, just a little, so that it won't get brown. The lime juice, the citric acid, helps keep the avocados nice and green. I see a few lumps I don't want, so. All right. Next thing is we're going to mince up some onions and garlic and throw it in here. So let me get that straightened out. When we're cutting an onion, there's the root, there's the stem. We cut the stem off. We lay it flat side down and our knife goes on the root and we cut it in half. Then we take the outer level off. We want about a cup of diced onion. All right. Now I have a half an onion from earlier. We make a lateral cut like this. And I'm only gonna do one, and then we cut crossways. So I like a little texture in my guacamole, so I'm gonna cut, you know, not like a medium dice. All right, so let's get a measuring cup. Measure about a cup. It's okay if it's a little over, if you like more onion. This adds a nice crunch to the guacamole. All right, so that's about a cup. All right, what I have here are 5 Roma tomatoes. These are the best in texture for guacamole. I want to show you how we prepare the Roma tomato for this. We cut off the top like this, okay? And then we cut it down the middle like this. And then we cut it into quarters like this. Now, when you're using a tomato for anything where you don't want it to be liquidy, so for sauce, you would use the whole tomato. But for this, we don't want the tomatoes to add more liquid. So we're gonna cut out the meat of the tomato, just like that, see? And that's how you do it. It seems like a waste. You can throw this into a sauce. You don't have to throw it out, but you wanna cut out the meat part, all the seeds, all the liquid. You can see that it's very liquidy. And that's how you would do it, like for a salad even, and definitely for this guacamole, because you don't want it to be too soupy. So then we take each of these quarters and we basically cut it into 3 or 4 little strips, and then we dice it like that. And then we cut it like that. So we want small pieces. But again, we want the texture in the guacamole. So I'm gonna go and finish cutting all these tomatoes up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our onions and tomatoes in there. Now we're gonna do some garlic. Here is my garlic. We want about 3 teaspoons or more of garlic. If you like garlic, add more. This is how you open a garlic. Here's a garlic with the skin on it, and I've cut off the edges, and we just pound it like that. The skin comes right off. Look at that, like it's magic. Look at that, it'll change your life. So this will take a few minutes to mince it all up. All right, so our garlic is all minced. We're gonna dump it in. All right, here's our cilantro, fresh cilantro. In this case, fresh is the only way to go. This is the way cilantro comes in a big bunch. I usually don't like to have the big stalks in my cilantro. So what I do is I snip off the edges, that's all. I mean, there are some smaller stalks that go in, but I just don't want all this big stuff in there. So this is my cilantro. How much do we need? We need 3 tablespoons. So we're gonna, we're gonna kind of we're gonna cut it. We're gonna rough chop this. So we don't want huge leaves, but we don't want it to be pulverized either. Oh, this smells so good. I feel bad for all of you out there who don't like cilantro. It is, some people just, to some people it just tastes bad. All right, so this is good enough. Okay, so we're gonna add some cayenne pepper for a little heat, little oomph. And then we're gonna add our lime juice, not lemon juice, lime juice. All right. So let's mix it all up. Oh my God, this looks so good. And this is so much better when it sits, you know, and kind of marinates for a couple hours or overnight. Look at this. All right, so we're gonna add just a little bit of the lime juice. We don't want it to get soupy. So, you know, we may in fact not use the full amount. I mean, we will get the flavor, but we just don't want it to be all mushy. It will firm up a little bit in the refrigerator, but okay. What do y'all think? Look at that. Ooh. All right, everything seems to be nicely mixed. So let's give it a taste. Definitely needs some tortilla chips, but it's wonderful on its own. Give it a try. We'll see you next time.